understand something. Plain and simple. To me, Abigail was a delicious poison. An intoxicating, overwhelming poison. Yowie wowie! That felt good! Yowie wowie. Let me in.
Oh, that intro can only mean one thing. It means that we are back for another episode of Abby's Window. And I am, of course, joined by the one and only Jodie Gilly. Your Abby, our Abby, everyone's Abby. Um, how are you today?
Oh, I'm here.
You're here.
I'm a little tired.
Yeah, I
I'm trying to
understand.
figure out what's going on with my back. So
I got you. Well, hopefully that gets resolved soon. Um, I'm going to welcome in some folks real quick, and then we'll get started. So we've got James Grant, we've got Erase Your Mind, Odin's son. Uh, it's been a while. Hope the meet and greet was epic. Oh, it was epic. It was definitely epic. That's for sure.
as
J
expected.
Hub, yeah, as expected, of course. J Hub, Big Dan, Shane Loki, Paul Healy joining from Ireland, Dalton Riley, Cheese Whiz 2, Sean Suslowitz joining from Vegas, by the way.
I saw that.
I'm jealous. Uh, Rare Kitty Balloonicorn. Again, awesome name. Uh, James Chadwick, Cookie Kid on Fire. No, we've been streaming. We've been here. We're here for the most part every week. Folks, Randy Sam, Larry, what's up, Larry? Barrett Vega from Puerto Rico.
Nice.
Awesome. So welcome everyone and happy WrestleMania week. This is like one of the craziest weeks in wrestling. Wow. Like this is gonna be
WrestleMania week.
yeah, it's WrestleMania week, and we kind of went over all the different stuff that people could watch. Um oh, okay. I know you've been streaming. I got you. No, long time no see. Yeah, it has been a while since we've seen you on here. So welcome back. Good to see you again. We went over everything last night that's going to be on this week, and it's just too much to. It's just way too much to cover again tonight. We spent like 20 minutes on it last night, so we're not doing that again tonight. But we will start with a. We will start with a very special part of the show. So, Jody, go ahead and start that part, and then we'll get into some news potentially.
I mean, we have to start with Caleb because Caleb's awesome. And that's a fine looking specimen of human being. So Caleb has been taking it easy a little bit, but he's going back out on the road next week, I believe. Coincidentally, it's my birthday on Saturday. So, and I think he's going out a couple days the day after that. 6th and 7th. So it's the next week. So, and then he added those couple of new shows. April 23rd is actually his birthday in Greenville, Tennessee, and I will be at that one. Also going to the June 18th show at Silverado's in Black Mountain, North Carolina, which is going to be awesome. And then also going to the June 11th show for the bad experience again with somebody I met at the last show, actually. And the June 11th one is the one that she bought meet and greet tickets for. So that's going to be a little crazy. So if you have not heard of Caleb Johnson, www.calebjohnsonofficial.com. You won't regret it. Go look him up on YouTube. Go listen to him. He could pretty much sing anything.
Basically, what Jodie's saying is he could sing the dictionary. He could.
And you would hang on every word, not intended.
There you go. What's up, Jesse Callan? Saying for some reason I thought y'all started at 6:30. Don't know why.
Pregnancy brain.
See, I was going to say that, but I didn't feel I could, so I'm glad that you said it. I'm glad.
Well, I guarantee you she wouldn't have walked up on stage and slapped you for it.
Very true. It's very true. Since somebody asked about it, and this will be the last time we talk about it on this channel because there's a lot. I have a lot of feelings about it that I won't go into, but obviously you saw that moment last night, so
that was crazy.
Yeah.
I still haven't quite decided if it's at work or not. I don't know. I mean, part of me feels like it is, and then part of me feels like it isn't. But I don't know. That was a moment for sure. I think that, if it was a work, it was a good one. They wanted to get all those eyes on the Oscars, and they did. So
yeah. If they wanted people talking about the Oscars, then mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished.
We'll say that. Yeah, we'll just kind of leave it. We'll just kind of leave it there.
And social media is pretty divided on who they're standing behind there. So I see both sides of it. I can see why that would make him upset. But I can also see that Chris Rock is a comedian, and be worried when you're a comedian about offending people. That's kind of the whole point of being a comedian, is to roast people. So, but I can see why that would make him upset too. Don't know that I would have gone up on stage and slapped him in the face, but
Joe is experiencing second winter. It's more like a second or third or fourth winter at this point. I walked outside this morning and I almost cursed because it was so cold and I wasn't expecting it to be that cold this morning.
Yeah, like 3 days here, it's going to go from a low of 20 to a high of 77.
Make up your mind, weather. Matt Galligan, what's up, Matt? Diana, what's up? Thank you both for joining us. Thank everyone for joining us this evening. So you have a birthday coming up this weekend
on Saturday,
but you also had an anniversary.
I did.
Recently. So tell us about your anniversary. When was your anniversary?
Our anniversary was on Friday.
Yeah.
I got him a couple of little things. I got him an American flag to put up, and then got him a T-shirt with 6 different beers of craft beer on it, and it says "I do crafts," which I thought was funny. And then today he had ordered something for me that got delivered today.
That is awesome.
And I'm like, he knows me too well. That's when you know you found a keeper, folks, that he buys me Bray Wyatt things for our anniversary. And, lets me go to 4 Caleb shows in a year.
There you go.
And, go to New York to go hang out with Windham. So.
KLW, what's up? Jake Michael. Yes, I did see. I've seen all kinds of memes, to be honest with you.
Oh my gosh, they were killing me today. There's some amazing memes out there. That's been like, oh my gosh, that's been the highlight of my day because I've been just looking at all these memes on social media and they're so funny. Like
they're out there, that's for sure. So yeah, and you tweeted out, you posted about your anniversary, and you might have gotten a like from someone that we're going to talk about here. So tell us about that too.
yeah, I actually didn't even tag him in it. It was a tweet about Chris and it being our anniversary and that I'd marry him every day because he's my best friend. And yeah, Wyndham ended up liking it, and I was like, "What?" So he's perceptive, that man.
Yes, he is very, very perceptive.
Very, very, very careful on what he chooses to like and respond to. So maybe that was him reminding me that he hasn't forgotten about his promise.
It's a good point. That's a very good point. So let's talk about that because I know Cookie Kid on Fire saying, "How's Bray doing?" Well, there have been some conflicting reports.
Well,
He is slated to show up at WrestleCon this weekend, which, by the way, if you haven't checked out WrestleCon, it's going to be in Dallas, and oh my God, there are going to be so many people there. But he's one of them that's scheduled to be there. Now, there have been some reports that he's not going to be a part of it, which might bring up some speculation. Dalton says he has major news. Please share, Dalton. Um, and you got some birthday wishes going in the chat there. Some early birthday wishes. Um,
I'm not at the point where I'm boycotting my birthday yet. Chris is,
there you go.
not me.
There you go. I'm boycotting my birthday. I always boycott my birthday.
When he had that big 4-0 milestone, he's that's when he started boycotting his birthday.
So I guess to the people that might be going to WrestleCon, obviously, we went to the meet and greet here in Albany, but if you got someone that's going to WrestleCon and that's their first time meeting him, kind of give them a bit of what they can expect first time meeting him and what that experience is like.
He is a wonderful human being. He's incredibly perceptive. There's really nothing to be nervous about. Everything that you expect him to be, sweet, funny. He just is. He's just a really down to earth, really nice guy. So if you go into it super, super nervous, I can guarantee you he'll pick up on it in a good way and go out of his way to make you feel comfortable.
Yep.
Because he's just a good guy. So
yeah. Now I've got to get to this because there's a lot going on in Dallas this weekend. A lot going on in Dallas this weekend. A lot of promotions that are going to be there. So some of the reports are that he's not going to do WrestleCon because maybe he ends up doing something else while he is in Dallas. So because this is what we do on this show, we're gonna speculate a little bit, and let's say that Abby can look into this crystal ball and predict and maybe say if he's not going to do the meet and greet, this is where he'll end up. So do you think I guess the first question is, do you think he ends up on another promotion during the weekend?
I mean, you never know. He may show up at Kyle's shop on Saturday on my birthday and surprise me. And that's why he's not in Texas.
That is right. You're going there this weekend to get some ink.
Mm-hmm.
Have you picked out what you're getting yet?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Um.
Yep, he's doing a anatomically correct heart with a nurse symbol underneath it
There you go.
on
There
my
you go.
arm.
On your arm. There you go. So let's say that he doesn't show up at Cal's shop. Let's say let's
I
say he
okay.
let's say he remains in Dallas. And let's put some percentages on it. I'm gonna start with one and then kind of go from there. So let's say percentage wise from 1 to 100, chances that he ends up doing the control your narrative thing.
It's possible. I'm gonna go maybe 30%.
30%. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, you know, there are some other promotions down there too. Uh, let's just say Ring of Honor. I know a lot of people are like, well, aren't they doing like something different with Ring of Honor? But what if they want to bring in like a big splash and really make it center Ring of Honor around one person? And people in the chat are doing this too, so play along in the chat. Percentage on Ring of Honor.
I'm gonna say 10 because
10%.
I don't really see other wrestling companies trying to compete with WrestleMania
Gotcha.
because most everybody's eyes are going to be on WrestleMania.
Now, Ring of Honor has their show Friday night. So they won't go in direct competition. They'll be in competition with SmackDown and the Hall of Fame stuff, but not direct competition with Mania. So that's good.
I don't think any other company is going to try
Okay.
to outshine it.
Okay. Let's go Impact. They have a show on Friday night.
I would love that.
So
But
if you
again,
had
I don't think that they're going to try to compete either.
okay.
They're going to have a solid show.
Gonna be
But I
phenomenal.
just don't think this weekend is the time to make that big of a move.
Okay.
Because
Obviously,
everybody's expecting Cody Rhodes to show up at WrestleMania. You never know who else is going to show up at WrestleMania. You've got some pretty high card matches and high caliber matches. I don't think that anybody's going to try to mess with that.
I'm gonna throw out AEW just because what's your percentage there?
I'm going to say the same, like 10.
10%. Okay. Now there's some people in the chat that are saying, what about WWE? Could he return at WrestleMania 38? And I only throw this out for this reason. I don't think you will, but I'm just gonna play devil's advocate just to mess with people's heads for a little bit. Seth Rollins found out today that he's gonna be at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
And that his opponent he'll find out who his opponent is when the opponent is introduced. Now I know a lot of people are saying that's going to be Cody, which is fine. But
That's
what
fine another way. Erase your mind.
what do you think the chances are that he returns to WWE on Mania weekend, 1 year removed from his last go at it?
Based on what he said to me at the meet and greet, which I will not repeat, I'm going to say 0.
0. Okay. All right. So
I just don't see him. I don't see him ever going back there. If he came back to wrestle, and whatever point that may be, I don't think it's going to be for WWE.
okay. At least Definitely not right now. You don't think?
Nope.
Okay. You
think
think you think he's enjoying the meet and greets and stuff like that a little too much right now to
among some other things, yeah, obviously we know he's been working on the movie, and he's got some other things going on. I think he wants to find a way to tell his story the way he wants to,
Mhm.
in a way that he wants to, and start doing interviews and things of that nature. So I don't see him coming back to wrestle full time for a while. But I do think he comes back at some point, just not to WWE.
Think he comes back, just not there, not now. Um,
Yep.
you're not saying never say never, but right now it's
I mean,
probably
I'd feel fairly confident that, like I said, when he does come back to wrestle at some point, it won't be for WWE.
yeah. Okay. Now let's dive into a couple of these because I just to have fun. And we kind of did this a little bit before, but I want to play this game again, and I want to get people in the chat. So if you're participate, please, and we'll read some of these out. Let's say that Vince McMahon. We'll start with WWE. Let's say Vince McMahon came to him and was like, "Look, Wyndham, and I can't do the voice. I'm not even gonna try."
Where's
Let's-
Joe?
yeah, I know, Joe. Come on, man. But it's like Wyndham. I screwed up. We screwed up. You are needed here. We've heard the outcry. We've heard everything, and we need you back. And I want you to be here at WrestleMania 38. And I need you back. I need you back. Who at what would you do to bring him back at WrestleMania 38? If you're Vince McMahon and you're bringing him back, what would you do to bring him back? How would you do that?
You got to give him what he wants, and that's complete creative freedom of his character.
Let's say he gives him that. Let's say, all right, check mark, you got it.
Then, I mean, if you give him complete creative freedom of his character, it's kind of up to him. But I would love to see him interfere in that Roman match.
Okay.
And maybe cause Roman to lose.
Ooh. So you'd put him directly into that. You'd put him in that mix.
I mean, yeah. Because that's the feud we didn't get to have. When all that surrounded with Braun and Roman, and then Roman taking it from Braun, and all of that triangle that was going on, everybody was like, oh, the feud with Roman's gonna start now. And it didn't. And so yeah, I would put him straight into it. Because that way, you cause Roman to lose. You've got Brock with both belts. Roman don't know what to do. Who the heck do I go after now? Do I got to get revenge on the Fiend for costing me my belts? Or do I now have to go back over Brock and try to get them back? And there's another triangle.
There you go. James Grant saying, I would tell Wyndham he has full creative control and give him his first match against Roman Reigns. Deanna saying, anyone but you, Roman. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Revenge says Rare Kitty Balloonicorn. I still love that name, by the way. I'm going to keep saying that every time I read
Every time you can.
every time I can. I'm just going to say that. James Chadwick saying, we need Wobbly Walrus back.
And what a great way to bring that character back, because you've got Paul Heyman in that story already. It's perfect. You can't write better stuff than that.
Yeah. Danny Boy saying they got to keep Roman's win streak going.
I know. I
Yeah.
fully expect Roman to walk out of there with 2 belts.
Yeah. Let's see here. Cookie Kid on fire. Don't forget about Hell in a Cell with the DQ. Part 2 of Wobbly Walrus, says James Grant. Okay, so let's say that he doesn't want to go after Roman. Let's say that he wants to go after Seth again.
Okay.
How would you feel about that?
Look, Wyndham is the one calling the shots. I would trust him wholeheartedly. If he wants to go after Seth first, I know that there's a reason why, and he's going to unveil that as time goes along because he's got a story to tell. He told me that. He's got a very important story to tell. So, whatever just like it would be if he came on our show for an interview, it's going to be us going, what do you want to say? What do you want to do? How do you want to present this? And you just give him the reins for it. So if he wanted to go after Seth first, then go after Seth first. Go after Alexa Bliss. Go after Randy Orton. Go after, Pee Wee Herman for all I care. Just do what you want to do.
Oh man, book it now, Vince. Book it now. The Fiend versus Pee Wee Herman.
But you know what I mean? Like, you do whatever you want to do.
Playhouse match. Not the Funhouse, the Playhouse. Pee Wee's Playhouse match. Erase Your Mind saying go after Demon Balor. That people have wanted to see
Everybody
that.
wanted that match.
Yeah, everybody wants that match so bad. James Chadwick saying give him free reign and let him do whatever the F he wants to do.
Thank you.
Big Dan saying if Wyndham comes back to WWE, I just have teasers up until SummerSlam. Mysterious events happen to Randy and Roman, and the announcers speculate then at SummerSlam 2 different Braves target RKO and Roman Reigns. I like that. Danny Boy saying maybe he can retire Brock somehow.
I don't know. I think Brock's having fun.
I think so.
I think he's having too much fun with this. And you know what? For somebody that's dogged Brock a lot because I didn't like him for a really long time, I love this version of Brock. I love it.
He's fun, right?
I love it.
He's fun. This is a lot of fun with Brock. So
that was so funny last week. He was just sitting in his dressing room. I was just dying laughing. It's funny.
it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Erase Your Mind saying even go after Caleb Braxton.
That's like go after whoever you want to.
Go after a camera guy, anybody.
Go back and completely recap it. And make everybody scared that you're going to come after them.
Right. Let's see. James saying watching Brock smile and laughing is so damn weird. Deanna saying this is the Brock we didn't know we needed.
But think about that for a second. We saw this match, 5 years ago? 4 years ago? That we had Roman and Brock. And it was so predictable, so boring. It was like I could have slept through it. But now you've got this feud where Brock is the good guy and Roman's the bad guy. And you would have never pictured that. And even though I'm 99.9% confident Roman's going to come out with both the belts, you don't really know what in the match to expect with fun guy Brock and heel Roman. It's completely different. So yeah, even though I'm pretty sure what the outcome's going to be, I don't know what to expect throughout the match.
Right. That's right. Brittany K, hello. How are you? There you go. Wyndham Sisters. I feel like you guys should do that. You know, Wyndham Sisters powers activate. You know, that's your thing. You know, you got your Wonder Twin powers going there.
Yep.
Let's see here. Jesse Callan saying, "Bruh, when Brock kicked his feet up on Roman's table and broke it in half, I busted out laughing. It was so great."
Oh, funny.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, yeah, this is the Brock that. Let me ask you this. Let's just take it out of WWE and let's just fantasy book this. Let's just say this is in our own promotion. This is Insiders Pro Wrestling, and we're booking this, and we've got Brock Lesnar, and we've got the Fiend, we've got Bray Wyatt, Wyndham, whatever you want to, whatever he wants to wrestle, whoever he wants to wrestle as. How would you like to see this version of Brock against Wyndham?
Oh my gosh. It would almost be like watching Devil's Rejects. Because you've got that, like, he's like this version of Brock, like, he's funny, but he's also kind of creepy. Like, he's funny in a creepy way. He's laughing and making jokes, but he could also kill you.
Yeah.
But then you've got someone like Wyndham, Bray Wyatt, and Funhouse Bray the Fiend, who's also like kind of funny and off color that could also kill you. So talk about your like cinematic matches. You've got this funny creepy dude and this funny creepy dude, and they're fighting each other. I mean, that's like having, I don't even know what you can compare that to besides like Devil's Rejects, that they're just like, you love it because it's funny, but you're also sitting there like, I don't want to run into these two in a dark alley ever. And I just think that would have been, this version of Brock and the Fiend would have been a beautiful cinematic match.
I was gonna say, like, picture Brock in a
Like,
cinematic match.
Yeah, this Brock and the Fiend in a Firefly Funhouse match. I mean,
James Chadwick saying Firefly Farmyard match.
yeah, mix it like, the Firefly Funhouse match meets the Swamp match and kind of mesh them together. Like, it would just be insane.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to see that. Of course, I mean, we'd have to get Deanna saying Bray taking over Brock's farm. Big Dan saying, how about a Walking Dead type cinematic match between this Brock and the Fiend?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
I think that would have been a perfect cinematic match.
that'd be awesome.
It would have been
That
awesome.
would be awesome. XFL 2023 saying, anyone see the new Vince McMahon T-shirt? I caught a glimpse of it.
It's very Devil Vince-ish.
Really
Hmm.
interesting.
Like, he's got horns and everything.
Really?
Hmm.
Okay, now I have to go check. Is this on Twitter somewhere? Maybe.
I don't know. I think that's where I saw it. Somebody had posted it on Twitter.
Someone send me that if you don't mind.
Brock could be like the Chainsaw Massacre. But that's what you imagine. Like, yeah, it would be this highly entertaining but frightfully terrifying match all at the same time. And you're like, somebody's going to lose a limb or something very strange is about to happen.
C tweeted it earlier.
See, I know I saw it on Twitter.
Let's see. I'm gonna look at it right now while we're. Oh, okay, Jesse Callan. Thank you, Jesse. If people think I'm an asshole, congratulations, I am.
It is very, very Devil Vince-ish.
Wow, it is.
All he's missing is holding like a $100 Vince bill.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I like that. I like. Are the Godwins in a fight? They would. They'd have to make an appearance. Erase your mind. They would have to. I love that. Negan.
Walking Dead match with JDM as Negan with Lucille. I very much picture it like that Texas Chainsaw kind of really creepy. Yeah.
Big Dan saying, "I'm telling you guys, Wyndham coming back isn't as far fetched as it sounds. Like I said, Zelina came back and went nowhere after her release, and that was acrimonious. An acrimonious release. Yes.
I don't know. Like I said, I'm basing it off the vibe that I got from him when I met him. I don't see it. I don't. If he came back and went to WWE, I would be shocked. A Texas Funhouse match. I love it.
Let's see here. Cookie Kid on Fire saying, "This is my mind." Paul comes out, lights. Comes out and lights went out, and the Fiend behind Seth. Gives him the mandible claw, and then Paul says he is one of my guys now. And Seth got up in the end with the shock, just like that. Yeah.
That would be interesting. That would
Cheese.
definitely be a flip for Paul.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be. Cheese Whiz too, just saying, what would you do for a Klondike bar? That's such a Jesse question.
It is. And I 1,000% promise you guys, if he comes on this show for an interview, he will get asked that question.
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
Yes. Just for Jesse.
Jigen. It's a mixture of Jodie and Negan. I dig it. I dig it. Let's see here. I am kind of scrolling through. Imagine a mix of Funhouse Swamp and House of Horrors match.
Bring it on.
That would be lovely.
Don't even do this match in WWE. Just make it. Free your own narrative.
That's right. Just do it. Just do it. James saying nothing because we don't get Klondike bars. Well, dang it, James.
No, but you have Magnum bars.
I've heard those are good.
They're delicious.
I've heard
they're not good. Easy. You can get them here, but they're not easy to find.
Gotcha. I got you. What are some other matches? Throw out some other matches, folks. Jesse's gonna claim gimmick infringement on you. She just said, "How dare you steal my question?" Let's see here. That's okay. Twitch
match for Bray would be the many faces of Windham. I like
now,
that.
Now he could have a match there with a couple different people. Would you like to see him and Adam go at it again in that type of atmosphere, or EC3, or
AJ Styles?
You like to see him against AJ Styles? Obviously, the big one is Demon Balor.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everyone wants to see that. So Jody, how would you do that? How would you
I would like to see a. I would like to see an Ultimate Deletion match.
Ooh.
Have that come full circle.
Yes. Jane, see, you got me thinking about that now. James saying I feel pissed off we didn't get a Three Faces of Wyatt in the Rumble.
That would have been amazing.
Yeah. Fiend versus Killer Cross. Take my money now. If that happens, by the way, if that happens, please know we're doing that watch along on this channel. Please know that. Please know that it's gonna happen. You don't have to worry. You don't have to guess. I wonder if the inside. Nope. Yep. You don't have to guess. We're doing it. We're doing it. Just know that.
The first time that he steps back into a ring again, we'll either be there watching it live or we'll be watching it on TV with you guys.
That's right. Erase your mind saying
the Fiend and the Demon in a 9 Circles of Hell match based on Dante's Inferno.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay, let me see here. Ashley Jones saying, in my opinion, keep Bray away from Matt Hardy and from Control Your Narrative. Have you seen what happened to Broken Hardy already in AEW, and Control Your Narrative has more clowns in the circus? So Ashley,
do it away from that.
Yeah. So what would you if you were booking Ashley, who would you book Bray against? If you had the autonomy to book him against anybody right now. Not in AEW, not in WWE, just anywhere. Anybody. The Fiend versus Brittany Kay.
I mean, if you're going with anybody, I don't think there's a single person on the planet that wouldn't want to see the Fiend versus CM Punk.
Fiend versus CM Punk.
I don't think there's anybody that doesn't want to see that.
Danny Boy saying they gotta hype the Demon Balor gimmick though, because losing to Roman was a letdown. Yeah. Broken Matt wouldn't work right in the pandemic. That's very true. James Chadwick saying, how about Suzuki? Oh my God. Yes. That would be nice. Stay out of wrestling, produce characters and stories through movies. I like that idea. I really do. I really do like that.
Oh my gosh. The Fiend versus Leatherface. Shut up right now. Bring it on. We just need one of those, like, not spoof movies, but we need like the Fiend versus all the serial killers.
See, I was just about to say one of my ideas. What would be you book him, you have him go up against all of the legendary movie characters. So you have one stage is him against Candyman, him against Leatherface, him against Jason, Michael Myers, Freddy. That like the wheels are turning. The wheels are turning.
Even don't have it as a match. Just make a movie out of it.
Make a movie. Just make a movie.
Who's the best monster?
Yeah, who's the best? Like you have them go on a spree, like a competing spree of torture of people. Who's the best? Yes, I would love it. Erase your mind. Fiend versus Crow versus Neo versus Will Smith. You know what? You got to throw in John Wick in that too. Throw in John Wick. I love. Cookie Kid on Fire, The Fiend versus Sting versus Kane, Hell in a Cell.
Ooh.
Now, what year? What year? Kane?
Fiend versus Pennywise.
Would you watch that, Jody? Because I know how you feel about clowns.
Yeah, I would. A Royal Rumble with the horror characters. Yeah, turn that into a movie. The Horror Royal Rumble.
There you go. There you go.
I love it. Just have him beat the shit out of everybody.
Fiend versus Carnage. Yeah, why not? Venom.
Mm-hmm.
Why not? Horror battle
royal. I love it.
All right, so I'm gonna throw this out to the chat, and I'm gonna ask Jody this too, since we're talking about instead of the Royal Rumble, the Horror Rumble, as Jesse said. Deanna saying, look at her last comments. Where's your last? How about a character-based wrestling promotion with long-term horror story? See, you get me, Deanna. You get me. That's meshing two things that I love. So you get me. Okay. Let's have fun with this. The last 11 minutes of this show. Let's say that we get a.
What if that is his long-term plan?
Why not? Why not? Let's do that. Let's book this out.
He was the one to start that.
To start
on his own wrestling company with a focus in horror movies.
That would be lovely.
Be amazing.
And I would pass out.
Right?
Big Dan, before we get into this next part, because I'm gonna ask you guys a question in the chat, and I'm gonna ask Ashley, you shut things down last night with the joke that you made you shut it down last night. So, oh boy.
What did I miss?
I will have to tell you that off camera because it was funny. I'll tell you off camera. Because I don't want to go there because I don't feel like. Well, anyway, we'll go there. Big Dan saying, the Fiend versus Caleb Johnson with Jody as the referee.
Jody would not be conscious.
She would pass out. Okay, so here we go.
You got the Fiend versus what's his face from Scream?
Ghostface.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This is my question. You get 5. The Fiend makes 6. You get 5. And it can be comic book villain or horror movie villain. Give me 5. Comic book or horror movie villain. Give me 5 that would go into battle with the Fiend. Just having some fun here. Just having some fun. You get 5.
I mean, you'd have to go with Leatherface.
Okay, that's 1.
You have to go with Jason.
That's 2.
You'd have to go with Michael Myers. I mean, you're thinking about classic horror villains.
Yeah.
You'd have to. I don't know. I'd kind of want Ghostface too.
Okay, that's 4.
And Joker.
So you got Leatherface, Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees. You said Ghostface and Joker.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Jesse saying I screenshot it last night. If you want to see it, yes, please send that to Jody post haste, as they say. Immediately. Not immediately, immediately.
Oh, that's a good one too.
All right, I'm gonna read through some of these. Erase your mind saying Pennywise. Deanna saying Joker, Pennywise, Leatherface, Jason, Michael, Freddy, or Candyman. Those are good. James Grant saying Leatherface, Jason, Ghostface, Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger. Rare Kitty saying Joker, Venom, Freddy, Leatherface, and Jason. Brittany K saying Chucky. See, I was waiting for somebody to say Chucky. I was waiting for somebody to say Chucky, Leatherface, Pinhead,
Yeah.
Freddy, and Pennywise. Dalton saying Jodie would pass out. Big Dan saying The Fiend versus Ghost Rider, The Fiend versus Parallax, Fiend versus Spawn. That's a good one. The Predator,
Ooh.
and then Werewolf by Night. Big Dan, that's a good list, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good list.
Versus Joker with a laugh man.
Oh, Candyman is a good one. Yeah, Candyman is a really, really good one. Really good one. And again, it's not saying this is not saying, oh, these are people that the Fiend would wrestle. No, we're saying put them in like this epic
Battle.
competition.
Yeah.
Like this competition based on their ability to terrorize and see who comes out on top. Let's see. Dalton Riley saying Leatherface, Jason, Michael, Ghostface, and Freddy. You're thinking, Jody. I see the wheels turning.
I can't remember his damn name. Hold on.
Cheese Whiz. I love you, Cheese Whiz. Hatchet, Pennywise, Jason, Leatherface, and Jigsaw.
Mm-hmm. Hannibal Lecter.
Hannibal Lecter. There you go. You want to get cerebral. There you go.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, who's a real like mental, who in those horror movies have been that mental mind fuck?
Yeah. That's a good one too, Big Dan. Jody, Jesse sent you something on Twitter.
Oh Lord.
Where's Ashley? Because I didn't mean to run you off. You can tell a joke. Trust me. Yeah. Imagine seeing that live though and reacting to that live. Yeah. Yeah. That was
I bow down to the queen of jokes.
Let's see here. Let's just book Fiend versus all the horror guys, says Deanna. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Frankenstein monster, says James Grant. Tooth Fairy from Manhunter, says Erase Your Mind. Wow. I'm trying to think because you guys have some really good ones that you've mentioned out there. I'm trying to think of another good horror movie. Another good horror movie person out there. What? All right, for my horror fans, what about Ash from Evil Dead? What about Ash?
What about the dude from The Shining?
Ooh, there you go. Ash would be one of my favorites.
What
Oh
if you,
gosh.
oh gosh, what if you did
I'll just let the chat and I'll let chat take that one, Ashley. James Grant says The Fiend versus Dracula. I'm not touching that. I'm not touching it. Don't read it out loud. Boomstick.
what about
Norman Bates, says James.
yeah. What is his name? The dude from American Psycho. I don't remember his character's name.
I know you're talking about. I forget the name of the character, but I know you're talking about.
The Christian Bale played his,
played that character. Yeah.
I mean, you can bring, demonic stuff into it too. I mean, you can do.
There's a lot.
Yeah, you could go down like the Insidious route and go with all of that. You could do
The Babadook.
the what?
The Babadook.
Uh-huh. The girl from the Ring. I mean,
Patrick Bateman. There you go. Thank you, Rashomon. That was the character's name.
thank you. Yeah, I mean you can go down that demonic route too with the
There's just a lot.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, this was fun. This was a fun discussion. I didn't think we were going to take this.
What about the Fiend versus the characters from Split? The many faces of Bray Wyatt versus the many faces of Split. Whatever that dude's character's name was.
He had so many different ones.
Yeah, so many.
There's a lot. There's a lot. Oh, that's a good one too, Dan. Big Dan. All right, this is the last one. I just got this one via text, and I gotta say thank you for that. Last one. This would be the ultimate Firefly Funhouse match. What about the Firefly family from the Devil's Rejects?
Oh, you couldn't do it without him, though.
I know. Rabbit says I'm on TV. Oh,
Cool.
cool. All right, we're gonna leave it there. This was a fun discussion. Like this was. Sometimes we just have to take a break from the serious stuff and have these fun, lighthearted discussions. And do you like my comment or no? What? Fiend versus Jason X. I'd love to see the Fiend in space. I'd love to see that. Why not? Why not? All right, folks. Jodie, anything you want to say before we get going? Because we're at 7:00.
If Wyndham wants to start his own wrestling company or do some kind of, best monster competition, you let me know. We're there to help you. Not that you don't have amazing people at your disposal like Jason Baker and Tom Savini, but
Yes, we're here.
We inspired you in any way, just let us know.
There you go. Ashley saying, "I will think of another joke by your next stream." Oh boy. We love you guys. That's what I'll say. We love you guys. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Again, busy week this week. Thursday night, we have Impact Wrestling, our watch along for that. Friday, we have the multiverse of matches that we're doing for Impact Wrestling, but there's a ton of stuff going on. So just stick with us. Turn on the notification bell for us this week, because if you haven't done so already, you might want to do it this week, because we're going to be all over the place. Saturday and Sunday, we're doing WrestleMania nights 1 and 2. So come join us. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel and drop a like on this video. Let us.
Night 2 is on my birthday.
That's right. That's right.
Night 1 is on my birthday.
Night 1 is on your birthday. So yeah, drop a like on the video. Help us get seen by the YouTube algorithms, all that good stuff. Thank all of you for joining us and making this fun as always, and we will see you next time. Take care.